welcome to this podcast with Frank Sinclair. On this episode of the program, we have Jonathan and Taylor. We go really fucking hard in this one, man. We get pretty nasty, so if you don't like that, you should leave. Thanks for listening.
Okay. Testing. This is working. This is working. That's working too. That sounds louder almost. And this is working. It needs to go up. He's in number 2. This is working. Hello, I'm Taylor. Not. This is exactly how loud I'm going to speak. And this is exactly how loud I'm going to speak. And I'm Frank Sinclair. And this is how loud I speak because my name's Taylor Not. I speak exactly the correct volume. We're going to turn him down just a little bit. We might have to turn him up. We'll see. Oh. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to this podcast. I am very pleased tonight to have on the program my very good friends.
Oh, not your best friends. Okay.
My best friends.
Very close. I'd love to meet
I'm
your best
very
friends.
glad to have on the program my best friends.
I don't care about that.
Jonathan and Taylor.
Did you just...
Yeah, you know...
No. Okay. This
Speaking
isn't
of
starting
which-
already.
Can you hear yourself clearly?
Can I get more in my ears of myself and you guys? That's good there.
Yeah, we'll just get everybody louder because we're doing all right now levels-wise. Here, let's open this up. That way I can actually see.
I feel like I saw a thought go through your head when you were introducing us. Like,
Oh, yeah?
who should I say first? You like my 2 best friends, then you kind of looked.
You're like
Jonathan and
really
Taylor.
like Slade.
Well, I was trying to think of, it's a hard balance, like visually, who I should introduce first, but then
Who do I like more?
No,
more
that doesn't
people know
actually,
Taylor.
no,
More
that-
people know Taylor than me.
Okay,
No.
sure, but that's probably true, actually. But, no, I'm saying, like, phonetically, whose name is nicest to say
Jonathan
first.
and Taylor and Jonathan.
Taylor
There
and
is
Jonathan.
like...
It's
there is-
got to be
feels better.
Jonathan and Taylor.
Yeah, because there's Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And so
You
he's
like-
just messed it up for everybody to put Jonathan in front of Taylor.
But if you say
No,
Jonathan
just-
and Taylor, it's Jonathan and... But if you say Taylor, it's Taylor and Jonathan. It's not like a big run-on
Ugh.
thing.
Taylor
hate that.
and Jonathan.
Taylor and Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan and
I like
Taylor.
Jonathan
the
and Taylor.
crispness. Yeah, the crispness of it.
Jonathan and Taylor
Lightning.
runs
Jonathan
in one
and Taylor.
sentence.
Yeah,
Jonathan
it
and
actually
Taylor.
it just sounds like
Taylor
my name is
and
Jonathan. And
It's Taylor, comma, and Jonathan. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. Jonathan and Taylor.
I'm glad you came prepared
This is
with the
Jonathan and-
second.
But you're
Dragon's
well. You
Milk
gotta,
there.
a man's
I
gotta
don't
be
want to
prepared.
get up in the middle of
I
A man's
actually-
gotta be prepared.
I want a dragon's milk too.
You should grab a dragon's milk.
Yeah, go ahead and
but
do your
before we
introductions.
start,
My
though-
name's Jonathan,
No,
and
I
I'm
already
25 years
introduced.
old,
I already
and I'm
introduced.
what?
So let me show you a trick also,
Get out of town.
because we're getting into this. We're getting into this bit again real quick.
Well, hold on, just in case people are confused.
bit?
Just
The-
in case people are confused, dragons don't actually make milk. I
Thank-
just wanted to clear
Thank
that
you.
up before,
Yeah.
before we.
But if you
That's
if dragons
People are
did,
like-
hey, first of all, if dragons did,
It'd be
and then
Fireball.
also dragons did milk, it would fuck you up if you drank it for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
If dragons did be,
If dragons
and
did,
then dragons did
Yeah,
be making
exactly.
milk,
There's a couple
Exactly.
things that need to happen before dragons milk.
So
Dragons
here's what-
gotta
so,
did
so
before
this,
dragons
I
get
I
milked.
can't believe I didn't think of doing this before. Taylor, you can't really see.
Can you turn me down just in my ears just a tiny bit? It's like pretty loud.
Not without turning all of us
Oh,
down.
okay,
I
that's fine. That's fine.
I like it being a little loud,
Yeah,
just so
that's
that
fine.
you can really hear
Sure.
the.
I can hear
Only
really
from-
well.
'cause
Can
the
you guys
more-
hear well?
I can hear pretty well.
The
Okay.
more you
I
hear
got
from the
20/20.
cans, the more you'll do this as you get loud.
Except for
Yeah.
my mic that constantly just needs to be.
It doesn't.
You're doing exactly what Nehemiah taught us to do. Hold it right
doesn't
on the
need
bottom
to
of
be
your chin.
that close.
Right on your soul
Can
patch.
I?
And
Here,
you're like,
let's trade.
Maya,
One
not
second.
everybody has a
let's
soul
trade.
patch.
Let's trade mics for just a second. Let's just trade. Now look. Now
Okay.
can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, pretty clearly.
You can hear me pretty clearly.
This
Now,
is
I
louder
know
than
that you
mine.
can't.
Yeah.
I know it is. Now
Yeah.
I know you can't see because you're behind the computer. But if you look at the little green bar that's going up,
Once
you'll
it gets
see
to red,
that
you're
it's
like,
hitting just
"Hello."
around
Know where
or
you're
a little
maxing.
below
yeah,
minus 18 decibels.
Okay.
Now that's what we want. That's the sweet spot.
sweet
Now
spot.
you see how I don't literally have my mouth on the microphone.
Yeah. Well, because my mouth was just on it.
Now it
You should
depends.
be
If
scared.
I'm yelling at you, you can hear me from all the way over.
Yeah.
there.
If
I'm
we get
talking
into a
kinda quiet.
Doritos conversation again, I'm
Dude,
putting it all the way
I was
out
thinking
here.
about
Let's try
that.
back.
I was thinking
One
about
second.
that on the way here, and I was thinking about maxing out your sound.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, okay, if we come to a conversation where things are getting heated,
Right.
I am
Which
going to
we
be.
might.
Well, it's definitely going to
Hopefully.
happen. We hate each other so much. We have such.
Why do we keep
differing-
doing this stupid podcast?
We are
I
raised.
don't know,
We are
dude.
raised
For the views,
so
man.
different.
We're just
For those
making
30
so
views,
much
man.
fucking money off of this.
This is all about the clout.
Lightning
we should
again.
show
Bro,
somebody my
we're
98
legit
Mazda.
hanging out with Tina right now, dude.
Bro,
Oh,
come on, dude.
Shit, dude.
Bro, you know about his Rogers record,
Did
dude?
you say Tina?
Tina, dude.
Tina underscore
Fucking yeah, dude.
underscore Tina underscore dude.
Yes.
Dude, you're a celebrity, dude.
You're a
I'm
celebrity.
Tina.
Oh,
my God, dude, come on.
Oh, dude.
Dude, he's
Dude, he fits
Tina
funny.
underscore. I actually don't know.
Dude, did
I
you
think it's
feel
Tina
that?
underscore.
no.
Bro.
I thought it used to be Chaboy or whatever.
It
Did
is-
you feel
it
that
used to be
when,
Chaboy
when he
Tina.
freaking fist bumped you, dude? The
That
electricity.
was
Do you
Tina,
feel-
bro.
We clasped hands, but it started in my toes, dude.
Yeah. Dude,
What
it's
were you
like
about to do?
earlier tonight, my daughter fucking bit my finger, and I felt it in my
Oh.
foot, dude. But it was like the reverse of that when
Mm.
I touched his hand.
Dang.
Dang.
I have that effect.
That actually happened, though.
Were you gonna go to
I'm
the
gonna do
bathroom?
this too.
I was gonna get a dragon's milk.
Oh,
you
that's
trying to
right.
get me out of
Yeah,
here?
dragons don't
So,
like milk.
Jonathan's
or don't
gonna be on
produce
the right.
even milk.
I know he looks like. Yeah, you're gonna be on the right.
And
See?
this is what I was talking to Taylor
I don't know
about.
why
I feel
I'm
like
such
my
an idiot.
views
I
are.
just did a right, knowing
gonna be
that
on the
Frank
right.
was on my right in real life, thinking that for some reason on the camera.
It's
I
like
would
when
be-
you guys fucking were like, "There's a light in the window, dude."
Yeah, that's true. It's still there. Hey, look, it's still there.
You can't tell me that that's not in the window,
It's the
dude. If
magic
it's
of the
still there,
viewfinder. Wow.
it's still obviously right there,
Don't
dude.
try to mess with me, dude.
Oh, you don't think there's a light in the window?
It says REC right next to it.
Maybe
Yo,
you're
That's
looking at
in
it
the
from
window.
the wrong
What
angle.
if we do this, dude? I'm gonna get full customization on this bitch,
Full
dude.
You're about to
custody.
give.
Yeah.
Okay, it was easy. It was easy.
We're gonna
How
get
did you think
full
of
custom,
something-
bro?
So
Full
true. So
custom.
brave, but so.
Well,
What
if you
is
know
it?
anything
I
about
don't
my
know.
situation,
It's what's his
look at
face?
that.
you know how I made that jump.
Look at those bars.
So brave, so true.
Look at those pretty
So
bars.
Wait, I gotta send a picture
Yeah, I
to my
like that.
brother.
what is
Frank.
the thing?
brother
Wha-
thing?
Grayson used to.
I'm not
to
your
watch
damn
that.
brother.
Grayson used to watch the show all the time.
Bleach.
No,
Yeah, my brother,
guy.
you
He's
might-
like super crazy.
Naruto.
Black guy, light skinned guy.
Oh, I have no idea.
Andre.
The giant.
No, Andre. I think it's Andre.
Could you guys say,
Bocelli.
Thane, this podcast is for you.
Actually, I'm glad you brought up Grayson because Thane, this podcast is for you.
Thing, this
Well,
podcast is
if
for
you want, I'll shout out his Instagram.
Shout out his
in the
Instagram.
podcast. If he would like,
Shout
that.
it out. I'll find it.
If he would like that, then I'll do that.
That would be great. He's gonna
Um,
get so many fans.
No,
All the
yeah,
youngsters.
exactly,
You
dude.
gotta
That's
so-
the whole idea.
Start posting more pictures of his face, though.
So, so I'm. What is somebody playing a fucking video?
He was. I'm
I
gonna
was
get.
sending
We
it.
gotta
you
figure
were
this
playing
out.
the video of what we
Yeah, I
were
was-
just.
I was
Isaac.
We gotta
sending it
figure
to
this
Thane.
out. I'm gonna get. You
No,
know, there's
just
the
one
meme,
second
the
because
gif
I'm
of
gonna
him, like
for-
grabbing the fence and like. "Wah."
Hey, the podcast host just said 1 second, and
I
you
don't
kept
know.
going.
Quit calling me that, man.
What do you
'Cause,
mean?
hey,
Quit calling you that?
either-
That's the
hey,
first time
can
I've
I
said
tell you
that.
something? Can I tell you something?
Hey, can I tell you something
Can I-
before you say anything else? Because you're the
Yeah,
podcast host, and you're gonna think you can overrule me.
You may.
That's the first time I've called you that.
I think
podcast
that
host?
is
Yeah.
actually.
Okay, I want to ask you a question.
Stop calling me that, man.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are we hanging out or are we doing a show?
There
We're
he
hanging
is.
out.
This guy.
Okay, because I'm telling you,
Or do you want to do a show? Would you rather?
Yeah.
Eric Andre.
Eric Andre. That's right. Andre's the last name.
Yes,
That's
I
what's
didn't-
tricky
yeah.
about it. Yeah, Eric Andre.
Don't know why I was thinking of him anymore.
If we wanted to, I bet you we could do this somewhere live.
Yeah, probably.
Nobody
but
would
we'd
be
have
there.
to make it more like a show.
But
it would be
we
under a
could do
bridge.
it. No, I'm serious. We could do it in a place where they do live shows, but just no one would be there. Maybe somebody would be there. Who knows? It might be fun.
Yeah.
We could do that though if you want.
It's like when you go on Instagram Live and you're waiting and you're like, before I say what I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna wait for everybody to show up.
And you're
to
gonna
come
read a couple comments.
5 minutes later.
I'm 25.
Yeah, maybe one view. Okay, we're ready to start now.
That's awesome. No, I'm glad you brought up Grayson though because I wanted to say
Who
something.
brought up Grayson?
I did.
Oh.
He used to watch
Eric Andre.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was Slade.
Eric
but
Andre is great.
Nonetheless,
It's actually
I used to
terrible.
watch Eric Andre too, but
Grayson was brought up, whether it was in the right, whether it was him, Slade, or
Actually,
you.
I don't like Eric Andre.
He was brought up.
No, I don't. Actually,
I'm not a big
I
fan
actually
of
don't.
myself anymore, but
No, I think he's
he has
too
some good
much. He's
moments.
too much.
Like if you watch like YouTube compilations of a season of his show clipped into 5 minutes, it's hilarious. But just like trying to because you think like I'll get real high and then I'll watch the Eric Andre show,
Yeah.
or even sober. Just 2 episodes in, it's just like, ugh,
I've had enough.
it's just too much.
No.
Like just
I'll
try
tone
again
it
in a
down
year.
for
It's-
a second.
It actually feels gross.
It
the
feels
show
gross.
feels gross.
Well, a lot of
Yeah.
the show is gross.
Yeah,
Just
but
is
some
gross.
just the
It's gross. The show.
I don't know if it's the color. I don't know. To me, it feels like it's really just
I actually like the look of the
the
set,
colors. I like
quite
the
a
look
bit.
of the set.
and I like what
It gets
he does
across
to
what it
some
wants
of
to
the
get
guests.
across.
His
which is
interviews,
grossness.
his interviews are really the best part of that
But they're
show.
staged for sure.
Yeah, maybe
So
some
they're not-
Of them.
so I don't like
don't
'em.
know.
Whether they're
feel like he
staged or
started out
not, whether
maybe
they're
doing
staged
it
or not,
legit.
they know the show.
What do you mean?
So whether it's like scripted or not, they go into it being like, "Oh, I know
No,
the
that's
show."
what I'm saying. I think the first 2 seasons, because you got to realize how people,
It's
like how
between
famous
two
people,
ferns.
no, like how famous people do talk shows. It's like your agent or manager or whatever says, "Oh, hey, by the way, on Tuesday at 3 in the afternoon, you're going to do this pre-tape talk show, the Eric Andre show." You go,
You think that's how it
okay.
goes?
Yes, I don't think they fucking give a shit. They don't pay attention. They just do the next thing that's on the schedule. Their lives are inundated with just busy work all the
Yeah,
time.
well, they're inundated with like just doing busy
think
work and
about-
shit. But
think
like,
about how many
that's-
talk shows those people go. Those types of people go on. They go on tons of talk shows, and all the talk shows are people that are wearing suits and they're sitting at a desk, and there's some structure to it.
Especially,
It's
Ellen.
not like
She's
he
always
starts
wearing
like
a pantsuit.
throwing up on. It's not like the host starts throwing up on his
Find out
desk.
lesbians.
I think you're talking about Hillary Clinton.
I'm glad you brought up Grayson. though,
Yes.
because I
What is
wanted
this?
to say something in a previous episode that I didn't get to say. It was an ancient Chinese proverb.
I don't know why that just
Okay.
sounds like Grayson or reminds me of Grayson. But
Grayson
it
is
might
an
be
ancient
when
Chinese
he.
proverb.
It might be when we all went to Seattle together and he took us to that Chinese restaurant and he was just the whole time.
Oh.
Spokane doesn't have Chinese like this. Seattle has.
Here's the thing.
the
I
best.
think Spokane's Chinese fucking
It
sucks.
sucks. But that one
But
wasn't that great.
That wasn't.
It was
yeah,
fine.
it
Have
Have
wasn't.
you
and it
ever
was
been
good
anywhere
Chinese
that had
food.
Chinese food that was better though?
It was expensive.
It's all like chow mein.
Japan,
It's all
some-
chow mein.
Wait, China.
I feel like when I make homemade American Chinese.
You ever been to
food,
Panda
it's
Yeah,
Express?
like
idiot?
that's good. That's
You ever been to
No, so wait, but I
I've-
was saying it's an ancient Chinese proverb. I just want to get this out of the way
Yeah.
for fuck's sake.
There's so many
Okay.
rabbit holes.
So
trail.
Trails.
You're a pervert.
no, rabbit hole's a thing. Down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
From Alice in
I don't know,
Wonderland.
nonetheless.
It's
yeah.
from Alice in Wonderland, but
You
it's
take
not,
the trail to the
but
hole.
I think the
rabbit
expression
trail
is
is
as
the
with
expression.
as with
Yes, yes.
things,
The
you take the
expression is
trail
rabbit
to the
trail.
hole. Yeah, that's
Right.
that's
Like a dog going down a rabbit trail.
exactly.
Rabbit
Yeah.
hole.
Or a pig going down a truffle hole.
Dude, isn't there
So
a scene
anyway,
of Winnie
there's
the Pooh
a-
where rabbit's like fucking him in the ass or something?
A what?
When his butt
He's
gets stuck in the
stuck
wall
in the
and he
hole.
draws a picture on his ass.
Yeah.
What is this?
Actually, he doesn't fuck him in the butt.
What is this
obviously.
from?
But
It-
it's
Winnie the
honestly really
Pooh.
funny.
Oh.
I think
Winnie
it's
the Pooh-
hilarious.
Oh my gosh, dude, the animation is so
yeah.
good.
Did you read the
Just
old
love
books
it.
with like
No,
the
no.
classic
I
animation?
No,
never
never
even
did that.
watched it as a
Dude,
kid.
it's It's like the best children's story. And
real old Winnie the Pooh is great.
oh, it's
What's
so
this
good.
ancient Chinese proverb? I'm on the edge of my
Ancient
seat.
Chinese proverb. So we were playing checkers on the plane.
Who?
What plane?
You and
You
Grayson.
remember? Grace and I. We
Okay.
had
I
this
know this
conversation
story.
before.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So and I was getting
know
frustrated,
the
kept
story.
losing, and he said something to me that was an ancient Chinese proverb. Okay, and I'm like. At this point, I'm like belligerent towards him. I'm so frustrated. I keep losing game after game after game. I go. How do you even like continue to think, like continue to make decisions? This is so, like, ugh, it's just stressful, you know, because you might move a guy that makes me jump a guy that makes you jump 3 of my guys. It's just stress, you know. Any move can go horribly wrong if you don't very strenuously prepare for it, you know, when you're really trying to play. And he said, it's an ancient Chinese proverb. I'm sorry.
Well, it's just
But
I can see this picture so clearly.
He said this. It was on the plane. He says, and I can't quote it exactly. It's something like, I'm paraphrasing, but it's something like this, where he's like, the man that first wants to relieve tension is the man that loses, or something like that.
Dang.
And it was, yes, that's how hard it hit me. Where I
damn.
went, whoa, that's why he's fucking winning. Is because we're getting in these situations where I'm thinking, how will I be safe? Where can I get out where I'm not going to
You
get...
need that
He's just trying to
gratification.
attack.
But he doesn't give a fuck. He goes, I know what I'm doing, you know?
Yeah.
And he can
Damn.
accommodate that feeling of... it could all go wrong, because that's how it goes wrong in checkers. You never go wrong on purpose. You always do something thinking, all right, I'm safe, or you think, I'm gonna get him, and then you go, no, you know. I've been using that in confrontation, and I said it in the last podcast, but I've been using it when I play video games, because I only like competitive video games. Otherwise, it's boring.
Like what?
It has to be competitive somewhere. Like Smash Bros. It has to be
Smash Bros.
competitive. You know, there's got to be a winner and a loser.
PGA 2K21.
I don't know. I've never played.
No,
and
it's
I
not.
probably won't. But
No, people like
since,
golf, Taylor.
since I've tried to adopt that principle,
I
though,
love golfing.
my confrontations, I walk away from most of my confrontations now not feeling like a loser.
How many confrontations do you have where you're able to
I
like
haven't had one
employ
of
this?
I haven't had like a confrontation and
Wait, who's
No,
this
but just whenever something gets weird. Whenever something starts to get weird. One time I'm
You
picking up a
remind
DoorDash,
yourself
and I'm
ancient
supposed. It
Chinese
says on
proverb.
my phone, it says this person's order is ready. The restaurant marked it ready or whatever, and so I'm supposed to be able to run in there, grab it, go out. I pull in. It's this weird spot on the South Hill. There's no parking. I park behind this guy's car, which does box him in, but I'm thinking I walk into this king of poke or whatever, and there's nobody in line, which there wasn't, and the order's ready. So I walk in, I pick it up. He's at a bar. They're parked at a bar. So I'm like, he's there. You know, it'll be fine. He won't ever even know. Anyway,
probably
then
shouldn't be driving right now anyway.
I get caught in King of Poke because they lied. Order wasn't ready yet. They're taking fucking years. Okay,
But they
Just to do it.
said it was ready?
Yes, but it's an
What?
old Asian couple, and they're yelling at each other, right? So they're taking and they're yelling at each other in Asian, I'm gonna say, because I don't
Mandarin.
actually know. Sure, Mandarin,
Like-
but they might have been Japanese. Who knows? You know,
Who are you to assume that it's Mandarin? They all look the same.
I don't know.
Mandarin's the best
It's not
one.
important. What I'm saying
Sure.
is, then I walk out, right? I finally get the order, and I was in the store too long. I forgot that I'd boxed this guy in, right? And I thought I'd be there for 30 seconds. So I come walking
Wait,
in,
how long were you there?
like 10 minutes,
Okay,
okay?
that's not bad.
Which, well, it feels a lot when you're like, I'm
When
not
you're
getting
boxed in
paid
your
for this
car.
10 minutes, and you said I'd be on the way right now.
and
you
the
know.
guy's sitting in his car.
It probably felt longer
No.
than 10 minutes
No,
for that
I
guy.
came out, and there were two guys, and they were like looking around just in the parking lot, and
Ready
they
to
saw me
fight.
walking towards my car, and they started to walk towards me. And I remember just looking at both of them and thinking,
I could take him.
no, not I could take them. Just they're not going to do anything. I'm getting in my car right now. They're not going to do anything. So I just continued walking to my car, and I get in my car and I roll down the window because the AC's broken, right? And as I'm pulling out, the guy says, "Hey man, don't box me in next time." And I go, "Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I thought I'd only be in there for a minute." And that was it. But you
That's
know,
good.
like I don't know. Unless there's like a real threat, I don't mind tension.
That
is what I'm
wasn't
saying.
really even confrontation.
I guess not.
I mean, he confronted you, so.
I think he was more just advising
It's not a
you.
good example. Well, the other examples I have, you wouldn't understand.
Just the one that popped.
What do you mean I wouldn't
no,
understand?
I understand.
Why
like,
wouldn't I understand?
You wouldn't understand in terms of like me playing Smash Bros.
I'd probably understand that better than something that's just not tense at all.
Yeah, I guess it was.
The guy's
I guess
yelling
well,
at you.
the thing
and
was that
how
it
did he say
wasn't
it? How did he
tense.
say it?
He said it like here's how
Hey
he said
man,
it.
don't box
No,
me in
here's
next
how he
time.
said it. Here's how I would describe it. He said it like he felt like he should say it as a guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Was he
didn't wanna
driving a
be
truck?
pussy. It was like a bigger.
It was a big
car.
truck.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
I
All
don't
right.
remember. It might have
All
been
right. Was it a
truck, might have
Dodge?
been a Jeep.
Was it a
I'm not
Dodge?
saying that it was actually a scary situation, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is when I realized, oh shit, because instantly when I saw them, I go, those are the guys trying to leave,
Uh-huh.
and they've been at a bar. I boxed them in.
Yeah.
Now I've seen people get in fights over less.
Naturally.
I'm just telling you, I've been grabbed by people for fucking nothing.
Speaking
what I
of
mean?
bars, what's
I'd love
Carlos
to hear one
doing
of
tonight?
those stories.
Well, there was this one time, yeah. There was this one time
Is
in
this a true
downtown
story?
Spokane. Yes.
Nuh-uh.
There's this
Where?
big, tall, black guy. I'm
Sorry,
pretty
am
sure I told
maxing
you this
out?
story.
I feel like I just maxed it out.
Well, so you can see. So this is you up here, right?
Okay.
Now, this is all fine. Even if it gets like that, it's all
I'm
fine.
guessing that's you.
The
So
the
now I'm
time
guessing that's me.
You could also just read
the time where we
the
have a
name.
problem
You don't
is
even
when
have
on
to
the
guess.
screen of the computer, when you're looking at the waveform, if you see something that
How about you
goes
show some respect and
almost
capitalize
all
our
the way
names?
or all
Just
the way,
blast
that's
it.
when you have a problem. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Huh?
How about you show some respect and capitalize
It's
our
fast.
names?
I have to pee so bad.
Go
I'll
pee.
be right back.
Go pee.
I'll still be listening.
Thank goodness.
No,
I've been
I
wanting
feel-
to
I just
say
won't
some
be
things
offering
for
some
a
I
stupid
know. I feel
commentary.
like I've been talking way too long. This has been the longest introduction we've ever done.
Is this
But-
the intro?
So that was Jonathan. And this is Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah. Now you say something.
talking about? That was my introduction.
I'd like to say that we have a bathroom with a working toilet. Jonathan seems to have walked out into the yard. So I don't know what he's doing out there, but I have one guess mainly.
Didn't you pee off those steps off there one time?
It's my house.
Oh, yeah, you win.
No.
T-Not, bro, dude.
Oh, bro, T-Not,
No, I'm serious,
bro.
though. You do win. That's such a trump card in so
I
many
could
situations.
pee on you
This is my
and
house.
it would be fine.
If you bought the house that the people are at, almost anything trumps it. You can
Pee
even
in the
kick them
yard?
out for something stupid.
No.
You're gay? It's my house. You know what I mean?
I don't think it changes anything.
Well, people will think you're a dick, but
should.
you still can.
It's, the
It's
same
your
as
house.
being a kid and saying that.
Well, if
No,
you
it's
own the
not,
thing, you can
'cause
take your ball away.
Well, I guess in a way.
No, I think you
kinda.
should be able to make a stronger argument than it's my house.
Well, ultimately, no matter
Sure,
if
I'm
it's
saying
a,
you don't have to. It's true.
No, if it's
Yeah.
a weak
Yeah,
argument,
you just win. You
right,
do win.
That's
You're
what
right.
I'm saying. Even if it's a weak argument, like
Wait, are you
You
kicking
can
me
call
out
the
for
police.
peeing on your
You say-
tree?
yeah, exactly.
And
I'll
you
call. I'll
have-
dial 911 right now. Get out of
hello,
here.
this guy's
He
peeing.
peed on my
He
tree.
peed. He peed.
Hit him with
Okay.
a public urination
Taylor
charge.
knows not to call the police.
I don't know what that means, but
You grew up. I know where you grew up.
Where did you grow up?
I know.
Taylor?
I know where you went to
I
school.
want to talk about Taylor for a little
You
bit.
never snitched on
Let's talk
anybody.
about Taylor.
When was
Look
the
at
last
him
time
smile.
Hey,
Look at him get it.
here's a
Come on,
question.
It's about
smile.
dang time.
Here's a question
Hey,
for
one
you.
question. Do you
When-
mind? One question for you. I'm
when
sorry.
was the
to-
last time you snitched?
Dude, I knew a guy that he's like don't bring that up. That's so funny.
I don't snitch, man.
He's like, dude, my caught a charge for real, bro. You can't. Now, I do want to say, in
Good
full
thing I ain't
disclosure-
know first.
Just
you
because-
might not have got away.
Oh goddamn! I'm so glad that's your mic and not mine.
I just
But-
spit right in.
So, well, in fairness, that is
You want
also
this?
my mic.
Yeah.
And
I ain't never
But-
snitched.
no,
You
so-
could see
well,
me
okay, you
spit
never
from a-
snitched.
Wait,
That's
you
true.
could see me spit from all the
after
way over
somebody is convicted, it's not snitching.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
what does that even
I'm
mean?
just saying. I'm
Do
just
you have
saying.
an
I'm just saying-
example?
No, I don't have an example.
Because I can't.
I can't think of any
For
examples.
the sake of
that.
Taylor's safety, we're gonna have to.
You guys are leading it on. Somebody's gonna see this and try to read between some lines and come to some unfair conclusions. Okay,
There's no lines.
and I'm
being
gonna
read
end up
between.
dead.
You're gonna end up. No,
I
you're
did
gonna end
wanna
up
say,
capped.
I am gonna bleep me saying,
Did you see my eyes get big when you said it?
well, because YouTube has like guideline rules
You'd get
now,
capped.
and you're really
Yeah.
not supposed to use. So just because I'm like,
so you
all right,
you keep posting on YouTube even though they're. Yes.
Where else? Where else do you do this?
Yeah, that's the problem.
You know? Like, I'm not gonna watch a video on Spotify.
Let's make a site where people can just say a bunch of.
They already exist.
racist-
Just nobody goes.
Yeah, it's
there.
like whitesupremacy.org.
I mean, I guess with the amount of views we get here,
You are so not
I may
white.
actually-
You like identify as way too white. A person who just sees you in public thinks that's not a white guy. But every
What?
time, no, you like
What?
you act or like
okay, don't
you,
say you act white because I've been
No,
seeing
that's not-
a lot of amount of Facebook posts.
No,
about
that's
it
not what I
lately.
mean.
Vato?
I'm saying you just like
Black people are smart, dude.
but you kind of act like
I don't look white.
no, you don't look white.
I don't look. Are you
No.
joking?
This is what I'm talking about. This is perfect, actually.
Wait, do you think you look white?
I think I look white.
Dude, white people are way
No.
more racist than you think they are.
That's what I would. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like he like groups himself in with like us, and I'm like, dude, you're not white. Like your dad is full on El Salvador. You look like you're foreign.
That Chicano, mate.
This is the most racist thing I've ever experienced.
That is so racist. No, one second.
That's not racist.
Because you're gonna make me look. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. That's
Well, no, what am I gonna make you look like?
I was
white?
gonna say you're gonna make me look like an. How red my face is.
Oh,
about to
dude,
get.
no,
I'm gonna believe that too because YouTube has these guidelines.
You think you look white?
I think I look like a white
thought
guy.
you think you look like a white guy. You don't look like a white guy.
What do you mean? What does that
Okay.
mean?
I don't.
I
Okay.
don't
No,
look like
can
a
I
white
say
guy?
something
What does that mean?
At first, I thought this was just going to be a nice thing to say to you, and now, right before I said it, I realized this is actually the most racist thing that's been said so far.
Okay.
I don't think so.
But
I think he
can
thinks
I
he's
say-
just like so white, and I'm
No,
like,
can I
people
say-
look at you and they're like, you're not white.
Can I say?
No.
Yes.
Can I say?
Are you joking?
No, people don't think you're white when they look at you.
Can I say?
Fucking with me, dude.
Can I say?
No, I'm not.
This is genuinely like this is
I-
blowing my mind.
I see the white in you.
Yeah, I'm. Fucking
got the white
dude.
If you
Mom?
look at it,
I see the white.
but when
Yeah.
you first look at him,
I don't think just white,
no.
but
you
I
don't
do
think just like a
like-
white guy though. You
Yeah.
don't think a white guy, just like a white guy.
No, I wouldn't describe you as just a white guy.
No,
you
you're-
make fun of white guys. Like when you act goofy, when you stand goofy, you're like emulating how goofy a white guy stands or can stand.
Is
You
that
know
what
I
that
mean?
is?
I've
I
just
think
heard.
so.
I've just heard
Like think
you
think about it. It's
say-
like the balloon shop he
Well,
poses.
I
you know?
just I'm colorblind.
you
You're colorblind.
don't look white. You don't look like just white. I've
okay,
heard
can
you
I
say,
also say I've never thought Jonathan not a white guy.
No, like
I've never thought.
oh, that's my Latino friend.
yeah,
I'm
I've
not
never
that
thought
guy.
that.
I'm
I've
not
always
that guy.
thought that's my
Eh.
friend Jonathan.
Yeah. So he must be white.
Eh. No, you look a lot.
I mean, you know.
You look a lot more El Salvadorian than I think you think, because I've
No, your
heard you
skin
say.
tone's not white.
Okay, I don't know
Yeah.
how many times we're gonna listen back and you're gonna hear me say, I've heard you say, 6 times. I'm gonna sound like an idiot. I've heard you say, like when we're just like walking on the street, like, oh, it's just a group of white guys, nothing to worry about. And I kind of like look at the fake camera.
I thought that you were joking when you would
No,
do
he's serious. That's what I'm saying.
No. Are
Yes.
you joking?
I'm like,
You're
that.
fucking
Because
with me,
people
dude.
aren't gonna look at you and just go, "That guy is white."
oh, he's just with with the white guys.
I
Are
can
you
see. I can see
joking?
any race of human being. Like if I walked up to any race of person,
Yeah.
and I went, "Do you think that guy's white?"
They would say,
I don't think
he's
they would
mixed,
say
at
You're
least.
joking.
They might say he's mixed, but they're not going to say, "Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a white guy."
No,
They'll say he's a
nobody
white guy
would say
to
that.
me or to Taylor
Right.
because we're white guys.
You're not a white guy.
But you're not a white guy.
Now that is racist.
That is
that,
racist.
if anything, is racist.
Hey, man, hey,
Oh, he's hopping a fence.
it's
Typical.
reinforcing. Oh my fucking god,
That was
dude!
a
This
step
is
too
maybe
far.
the best bit we've
that
ever
was a
done.
step too far.
This is real shit, though.
It's not a bit because I've literally heard him say like, "Oh, just group of white guys walking," and I'm
I
like,
feel like it's so funny that
that's
you
just
would
not
feel
true.
insulted by that too.
No, I don't feel insulted. It's just.
"It's just not true."
It's just weird.
People
No, it's
look
like
at you
actually
and
surprising
think that-
because
Okay,
I
can I
don't
tell you
think
something
of
that-
myself.
Well-
Like I know that I'm, like I have, different ethnic background than my white friends or whatever. But I
Sure,
don't think
sure.
of myself as
I just heard a click.
separate from
that
that.
was-
Like, I'm just a white guy. Like, I'm whiter than a black person for sure. So I'm white.
Right, you're not a black guy.
Well, have you seen? Have you
Yeah,
seen?
there's
like,
not life
No,
isn't black and white.
no, but like,
Jonathan.
listen.
That's true.
Have
neither
you
are
seen
people.
the black
Thank
people
you.
that call themselves black and are like the same color as me? You're not black. You're of African descent, but you're not black. You're not black.
Yeah.
Well, they are technically
No, they're not.
Well, yeah, but
Technically,
you don't want
they're.
to be like that light skinned guy.
because they are.
I
well,
mean, I
this
guess
is kind.
what's wrong
This
with
is
that?
kind of what I
It's
mean.
more accurate
It's
than
what
just
he is.
lumping
What's
people
wrong with-
into
No,
like.
this is kinda what I
If
mean.
you want to identify a person,
People-
I honestly think it's very pretty in general.
hot.
Well, this is kind of.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking
You
about.
gotta mix.
So people,
I think humans get more attractive the more we mix racially.
most
Yeah,
people
dude.
just suck.
Really?
100%.
So people,
That's true.
people that are light skinned and
There's
like
got to be some bad combos.
and like
though.
really light, like really light, but you know they're black. You know,
Yeah,
people just
I gotta use the
Random-
bathroom.
How do you know that they're black even though they're
you
so
can just
light?
tell.
What do
just
you
tell.
mean? If they're not black, how can you tell that they're black?
I mean, I have a lot of friends who are like really light skinned black guys, and I've
It
always
doesn't
known
sound
they
like
were
they're
black.
black guys. It sound like they're just kind of like
Well, this is what I'm saying.
mid complexion.
I guess including myself. People suck, so they'll see you and they'll think, "Oh, that guy's Mexican." They'll see a light
People think
skin.
I'm
Yes,
Mexican?
I'm sure. They'll
Have
see
people
not
asked
to
you?
me personally, but they'll see
To
like
whom?
a really light skinned guy, like my
Uh,
friend Tate or
Yeah.
Khalil even is
Yeah.
really pretty light, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's a black guy," and so they may as well be like, "Well, I'm proud to be a black guy, and I'm a black guy," because everybody who sees them is like,
Yeah.
"That's a black guy." They're
Yeah.
not like, "Oh, he's probably like 75% white. That's a white guy."
Yeah.
They don't think that though. That's the problem with people, and so that's why we're like still kind of separated, and so that's why black people who are even 75% white are like, "Yeah, I'm a black guy."
Yeah,
And
I
that's
think
said
I
black
think
guy
it
way
should be
too much.
no, it's fine.
But-
I think it should be a case of like in the same way that once you hit 5, you round up to 10. You know,
It
it's
should
like
be, but
when
that's
you
not
once
how the,
you're X amount of shades away from black, you're white, and once you're X amount of shades away from white, you're black.
Sure, but that's
And
not how people
I'm
see
enough
you.
shades.
That's the problem.
I'm close enough to white that I'm not black. These are the two. It's black and white for me. It's like I'm
Yeah.
definitely not black. I'm closer to white
That's
than I am
racist.
black. No, it's like that's just how it should be. Like if you want
It's
to
not how it
segregate
should
people,
be. It's not how it
into-
should be. There's so many more ethnicities other than white and black.
No, it just doesn't matter though. That's the thing is it doesn't matter.
race,
I'm just telling you.
culture.
I'm telling
Culture
you how
matters.
people see you.
Culture does matter.
I'm just telling you how people see
You think people see me
And
and
I'm
think that
also-
guy's Mexican? Even like
No, I think people would assume that you were like a half and half.
So Mexican.
I was
just
hoping
like
that you would say, I think people see you and think that's a
Mexican-
nice
are
Norwegian.
Mexican,
So I could say,
are
thank
Mexican
God.
people like
well, he's
two
not
different racial
Mexican.
groups?
He's not Mexican. He's
Dude, it all started in
El
Africa,
Salvador, but-
okay?
El Salvador,
The
whatever.
friggin' Egyptians settled the South America, you know.
nonetheless. I'm saying people.
I might as well be
are,
African. I'm black.
People are idiots. People are
Hey,
idiots. kinda,
okay,
because they
actually,
see-
people are idiots.
Well, they just see you as the thing that is most ethnic, maybe.
That's
so like,
true.
Like
I
all
got called
my
a trick one time by a black lady downtown.
What's a trick?
Like a John, I'm pretty sure.
I thought
I
that
don't
was
know.
like someone who looks
The guy that
like a
pays
girl
for the
but's a dude.
prostitute.
Mm.
It could be the prostitute, but I think it's the guy that pays for the prostitute.
I really thought that was the same thing as a trap.
No, I don't know. She was walking through this bar door, and I go, she's going like this, excuse me, like that, like really loud over and over again. And I say, you're excused, like that, just for, whatever. She's saying, excuse me a bunch of times. Like, you're excused, I thought it'd be funny. And she goes, you
I
shut the
ain't
fuck
fart.
up. She goes, you shut the fuck up, you trick. Like that. And I was like, God damn, I'm a trick? Because I said, yeah, okay. Like if you sneezed and I went, bless you, would you go, you pay for sex, you fucking trick guy? You know what?
I'm
What?
pretty sure trick is just like another word
Like
for
goofy.
the B word.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It could be because it could be another
You're
word
so
for
white, you don't
prostitute.
even know what trick means.
No, well, I read the
I'm pretty
Iceberg
sure.
Slim
I'm
book.
pretty
I
Now-
thought that trick meant the guys.
Now that you guys have
'cause
told me
he
that
would
I'm
write
not
in his
white,
book,
I'm
he'd
all
go,
you white people.
he's something like Tanisha would turn the most tricks for me in an evening or something like that.
Yeah,
I would think
tricks-
that would mean like
tricks
John,
are
like
sexual
guys
favors.
that- oh, that would
Turn
make
the
sense,
most-
I guess.
but
too.
in that context, turn the most tricks as sexual favors because she's like a prostitute.
But when
A
she's
trick-
calling me a trick, she's saying
trick-
you bitch.
How do you know this,
basically.
dude?
Trick is not the same thing as tricks. Tricks are
Okay.
For kids.
like I said, doing sexual favors. Trick is like a name you call somebody.
Right, but I thought that meant
Trick
the
ass.
guy that was.
You hear
paying
people
for
say, like,
sex.
I don't
trick
think
ass.
so.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
don't
I'm
hear
not.
people say
I'm
that.
not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's just.
Well, I guess
another
we
word.
could look it up on Urban Dictionary, but
Yeah.
I don't like looking things
To
up.
to talk about Jonathan, or
Mm.
to talk about your point, you were saying
Smells good
people
in the
might
kitchen, by
be
the way.
like, "Oh, he's mixed," but
Yeah.
that's just not really the case with most people. Most people see a black guy who's half black, half white, and like that's a black guy. You know, they're not like, "Oh,
I don't think
that's
that.
that's
I
either
don't
a-
think
Maybe
that.
I'm just a little
People-
racist because I like to think that I go, that guy's mixed.
Yeah.
Well, no,
no, I'm the
sometimes I see
same. I'm
guys
the
and I
same.
think-
I see. Maybe it's because I'm
think-
just like that.
Or when I see like a half Asian black or a half Asian white,
yeah.
I'm like, she mixed.
Yeah. If I were
Sure,
to just
but
see you
you're- I
walking
don't
down
know,
the
I
street,
think-
I think
maybe
Nah,
you guys
mixed.
maybe you guys are more
you
advanced.
took advantage of my family for sure.
Maybe
You
you guys are more
His
advanced
ancestors.
than the
I'm not from fucking
normal
California,
person.
bro.
You guys might be more. You might be more
When
advanced.
they took
Okay,
over
I'll say
goddamn
the word
California,
advanced
the
again.
whites.
No, I think you're more in tune with how people think.
You might be
because you went to public school.
you
and
might
so
be better off. But I think the majority of people, like I've really seen like firsthand,
Yeah.
like pretty much all my black.
So
friends
you don't
are
like it when I
mixed.
associate myself
Oh,
with you
okay.
ethnically speaking?
All of my black friends
Just a
are
couple of white
are-
guys.
are 50%.
No,
do you
I
not like
like
this?
that you think that way, I guess.
Do you not
I
like
mean,
this
as
when I
much
go,
as I care,
Couple
which
of-
is
just a
not.
couple of white guys together
That's
hanging
totally
out.
fine.
I look
That's totally
just as
fine.
white as you, dude. I'm yellow.
No, it's
I'm
total-
so white that
not-
I'm yellow.
Listen, I'm not saying anything. I'm telling you how people see you because people kind of suck. Like I was
Let's
saying,
all look
I
one
have-
more time.
Okay,
right?
so here's pause
one
really quick.
of these things. is-
No, here's the issue because other people have never said this to me.
Nobody's
You're the only
gonna
one
say
to say
it.
this to me.
nobody's gonna
Who's
say
closer
it.
to you? Like, who would say that?
Other
to you?
people.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
Who
You're
would say
you're
that
right.
to
You're right.
I'm
You're
just
right.
saying.
We're
Like
the
I've seen it.
friends that
I've seen
we
it
do
before.
this.
I've
No,
seen
it makes sense
before.
actually. My biological dad, he tells me all the time. He's like, yeah, people just like assume that I'm Arab, or depending on the season,
Really?
I'm black, or
Huh.
I'm Mexican, or Jewish, or white.
Something.
Just depending on the season. It's like
Huh.
you're something besides white, except for during winter.
Right.
That's crazy.
Well, it really
Wintertime,
is it.
that guy's-
It really is it.
He's
Does
a
that
big
matter
lipped.
to
He's
you,
a
you
big
think?
lipped white man.
Does that matter to you if people think of you as, oh, he's probably Latino or he's white or whatever?
I think in the new world order, it'll benefit me. Yeah,
to be Latino.
to be Latino.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking hide you whiteys in my basement when the SJWs take over. You a couple of cis white males, I'll get killed
Yeah,
for
dude.
hiding you in my
Oh
crawl
my
space.
Cis white male. If
They're
I
like,
have to
they find out
hear-
your mom's white. They're like, I knew he wasn't pure.
I
You
knew
know?
there's something. There's something
There
about
was
this
something in
motherfucker.
there.
You just got to go to the tanning salon just a lot that week.
Oh,
No.
my gosh, dude.
No,
Just 2 days before the law change. they're like,
Yeah.
Honestly,
lined up outside the door.
Browning up.
It doesn't
that
necessarily
okay to
matter,
say?
but it is it in a way that I don't even really want to admit. It's like, oh well, I feel a little bit special thinking that maybe people see me differently.
They definitely
Then-
do.
But they don't see
Yeah.
you differently.
No, it's just
Well,
they
I
assume
mean, I
something
guess
different. So I
Spokane is
I
majority white
stick
by a
out.
pretty good
They may not think of
slide.
me differently, but I stick out because I'm not just like the white guys that I hang out with.
Sure,
You know?
sure.
Which I hadn't even considered until now. So I think you guys should keep me around.
yeah, we
well,
will.
no, you're
I-
married.
I
it's not
think-
even.
You know,
I think
I,
if
now
people-
that
It's not
we're
gonna benefit
now
us-
that we've just
benefit
all
us.
discovered at the same time that you're actually transracial, I don't think of you any differently. Honestly,
I'd like to
We accept
identify as guys. Can we? Guys,
let's do it.
Oh,
I'd like to.
heck no,
Here,
dude.
no, here's the
I'd like
first
to
step to
identify
becoming a
as
trans
white.
white.
Yeah.
Can I tell you as a natural born?
Fucking spit ass handshake.
Is that right? Is that?
What would be the correct term, the politically correct term? Because it's not wrong to be like a transgender.
My spit's drying up. You're gonna do this
A
and
cis-
accept me into the
well, I
white
cis
will
white
if
male.
you really want me to. I don't
Oh,
want to do
don't.
that.
Please
Do
don't.
it.
Dude, I'm gonna throw
You,
up.
do you really want me to?
Do you want me to feel accepted or not?
I
It's
do
up
want
to
you
you.
to feel accepted.
Fucking-
Is this the only way that I can
It's
do
the
it?
only
Listen,
way.
he found out that people see him a different.
just-
No. People. No.
I
No.
missed-
that
Before
was a
you-
loogie.
Hey,
No, it wasn't. It's
before
just
you do
foam.
this,
It's
before
just
you do
foam.
this, he found out. 5 minutes ago, people
I just
see
found
him.
out I'm not white.
People see him as a different race, and 5 minutes later, he's using the race card. I would feel more accepted.
Can I tell you? That is actually
Yeah.
very interesting.
He thinks he's white for
Psychologically, you go from not
25
white,
years, and
then
then,
yeah.
and then for 10 minutes
can
he's
I
like,
say-
people might see me
if you're
as not white.
Hey, if you're not white,
I'd feel
then
more
we are
comfortable.
breaking ground on this podcast.
Yeah.
You know
Come
what
on.
I mean?
Oh, dude,
We're
I
coming
can't wait.
together as
Tell me when it's
two
over.
different. What would you call it?
races.
People.
People
I
groups.
was gonna say species as a joke, but
Two
I
different
didn't want to do that
species.
because I'm not the Latino guy out of the two of us, right?
I would have been hurt if you
Yeah,
had said
are we
it.
gonna have to start walking on eggshells around Jonathan?
Oh, it doesn't feel good.
We're both white now.
I thought I was El Salvadorian. I was
No, it's
like,
not
thank
transmissible. It's not like
God.
a
Ugh,
disease.
Fuck, it's so gross.
If whiteness
I
has
always
taught
saw
us
that
anything,
in
is that
movies, and I thought it was cool.
Latino-ness is not a disease.
I really want to wash my hand, actually. Hey, do you have hand
Whiteness.
sanitizer, Taylor? Taylor, for real. Do you have hand sanitizer?
I'm sorry, just snorted.
Did
right
he
in
say
the
he
mic.
did?
He's gonna throw up, I think.
Oh, that's okay if he throws up, man. He's racist, bro.
Dude, I feel like
He's
this
just
is the,
fucking racist.
This is the funniest thing
You
that's
remember-
ever happened on this.
It actually
podcast.
is pretty funny. But you know how I said that I can't fucking stand saliva or any shit on my hands?
When did you say that,
On one of the previous episodes.
I don't remember
I'm
that.
literally just dying right now.
bro? Just
Do you have hand sanitizer? Thank you so much.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Get this whiteness off of me. I mean,
Oh shit. Get Henry inside.
Get all this white juice off of my hands.
It's okay, Jonathan. It doesn't matter. They can wait a second.
it was strictly symbolic. I don't actually want to be white. It's just like unity between the species.
Oh, we're almost out of
Symbolic.
battery. Maybe we should take a quick break.
I have another extension cord in my car.
Oh, I guess it can be charging while it's.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Let's actually. I'll pause it real quick and let's grab that extension cord.
Let's do it.
We're only 41 minutes in. Hell yeah. I was disappointed at first because I thought, oh man, we're an hour and 41 minutes in. We're almost done. But no, yeah, we still have.
Like the best ones yet. It was the most natural.
Dude, I'm having a great
This episode makes me think, oh, what if everybody that starts, okay, because this is actually how it goes. Everybody that starts a podcast starts off and fucking nobody listens to it.
No, New Girl. I have seen that.
Funny.
Here,
Plenty
we'll
of New
start
Girl.
this so that you can just riff.
Schmidt is talking to this girl at his daughter's preschool, and earlier Nick had tried to like break in and get
Sorry, could you say that again? I didn't hear you.
Schmidt is talking to this girl that goes to his daughter's preschool, another preschooler, and earlier in the day Nick had tried to like break in and get his daughter, but they wouldn't let him because he didn't have like the
I don't
clearance
know.
or whatever.
I don't know which one Schmidt is and which one Nick is.
Schmidt is kind of the eccentric Jewish guy.
Okay.
He's kind of flamboyant. He's like kind of feminine.
Okay.
And Nick is
Who's he played by? Do you know?
I do, but I can't think of it.
This is New Girl.
Not to be mistaken with Nude Girl.
No.
Jonathan.
Did you say that? Nude Girl? You said Nude Girl?
Not on the mic.
Thank God, dude.
Now
Imagine if we'd recorded us saying that.
Max Greenfield.
It is
so much
recording,
hate,
right?
dude.
Max Greenfield.
Ooh.
Sorry. Wait, let me see him.
Hey, could you send me that picture
did
so
you
that
say
I can
ew?
just
That's
put
you.
it in the podcast at that moment? Because
Wait, why
that's
did you
not
say you?
me.
And this is Schmidt.
Ooh.
Wait, let me see Schmidt.
He looks like a damn rodent.
Pretty much anybody who
Oh.
you zoomed in on
I
their
was thinking
face,
of It's
I
Always
don't
Sunny
even
in
think- he
Philadelphia. And I was
doesn't
like,
look
none of these
Jewish.
guys are in that show.
He is Jewish. Look at his note.
Schmidt?
Yeah,
Schmidt's kind of a Jewish name,
I'm
right?
sick of all this intolerance.
Is it? Yeah, I don't like
he's
intolerance.
Jewish. He kind of looks Jewish there.
He does, dude. He kind of looks like discount,
Let me see him.
like a mixture of like JT and Zac Efron, but like real bad.
He's
He's Jewish.
Show me the last guy.
All right.
Who's the last guy?
Is John Mulaney Jewish? No, he's not.
Okay, yeah, he has the most annoying voice ever.
Schmidt.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like Schmidt as much. Anyway, so Sch-
Sorry.
Schmidt. No, I don't like. Wait, Schmidt. And who's the other guy? Dang it.
Schultz, probably.
You
No.
said Schmidt and you
Schmidt
said
and Nick.
Nick.
So Nick earlier tried to get into the preschool to get Schmidt's daughter, and they wouldn't let him in. And so Schmidt is talking to another preschooler, and he's asking where his daughter is because he got a voicemail like, you need to come pick up your kid. And he goes in and he says, Where's Ruth? And the girl says, I don't know. Someone tried to come get her. And he said, Who? And she said, I don't know, some white guy. And he said, a white man? And then he said, and what did security do about it? And she said, nothing. Typical!
Oh my god.
A
Yeah.
white man?
I like New Girl.
It's actually pretty
You've watched
funny. You know,
No,
I don't
can I
mind
tell you, I
it.
like New Girl when Taylor just says it.
I like The Office too.
I
when
don't
Taylor
like
just
the
says it.
show.
I actually-
I like
like
The Office
it.
the show. I don't like New Girl though.
I think New Girl's pretty funny. I do like
All
Schmidt
I
a lot.
remember is them doing the fucking gay shit where it's like the what's the lady that
Zoe Deschanel?
Zoe Deschanel. That's the
She just
star
plays
of
the same
show.
character like in everything
Yeah,
she's
she's
in.
Zoe Deschanel, right?
Yeah, it's probably pretty
She
close
has
to
a
who just
personality
she is.
good enough that they're like, well, we don't even need
Space
to
some
make
characters
make a
on it.
character
or
for you.
she's just relatable to any lady on the planet.
What's the problem with that?
There's not a problem. It's just bad
A
television.
little bit of white bread.
She's
white
made a
bread's
lot
good
of
for-
money off of being relatable. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's the what's it called? Something like the popularity fallacy or something. Just because a
Phallic.
lot of people think something does not determine whether or not it is
No, I think
true or
she's just
false.
useful.
Lots
She's just
of
useful.
people have all agreed on the same wrong idea.
Mhm.
Uh,
Give
many
me one
times.
example of that besides
besides
the
Besides the
Holocaust.
Holocaust, communism,
all right. Well, I don't
Yeah,
have
Joe Biden as president. Come on, give me any sort of
Christians.
sorry
Oh.
about politics.
No, I'm sorry. I just had to do it.
Christians, that's
a white man.
Girl.
Typical.
I'm starting to think I don't ever want to talk. I don't ever want to express an opinion on anything serious
Mm.
Because
Anything
now you know you
important.
look Mexican.
ever again because I know no one's ever going to listen to me because I'm not a cis white male.
Dude, I don't want to ever hear cis white male
Yeah, I guess
ever
we're
again.
totally still in the middle of the spotlight.
You guys.
I hate cis white male.
Cis
Just
white
that
males.
I
are
don't even
what's
know what
in.
cis. I don't even
Oh,
know what
you're
cis
cis
means.
white
No,
man.
cis is
cis
cisgendered.
is just like
Cisgendered.
normal, I think. Is that
Wait,
okay?
you're telling me you're a white guy that's not attracted to animals or other men?
You're weird, dude.
I can get.
You're
into
cis.
animals.
Animals?
That was genuine.
You ever
that
seen a
was real.
majestic horse?
I actually hit my throat and felt like a foreign.
Do you guys
that
think
was
if
like a
I
meteor
smell
hitting my-
this
I'm
joint,
like,
it'll
oh
get me
my
high?
god, dude.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah, bro. Dude,
It's when
how
you
much
couldn't
of
smell.
what you do? Do
And
you
you were
remember?
like, you grabbed
Here's a
his
question:
marijuana, and it was lit, and you go,
Do you for real
do you
have?
think if I smell this, it'll
No,
get
dude.
me
Do you
high?
for real have DID or what?
Did.
What is DID?
Dissociative identity disorder.
There are some people who seem to think so.
Not
like
split.
Neither of them
I guess
are
it's similar to
myself.
split personality. But
What is DID?
DID is like the refined and PC term for multiple personality.
Yeah, probably.
You think you
that
are?
is dank.
I think it's useful.
I haven't even lit the shit.
I know
If
drug
that,
terms.
Listen, if that is what
That's
it is,
dick.
okay. So I think people operate differently,
Yeah.
and let's say, for instance, I do have a disability such as DID. 1,000 years ago,
You would have been stoned to death.
I would have been a hunter in the Amazon, and I would and it would be okay for me to experience whatever it is I experience. No, I don't have DID.
Did.
I just deal with life in bad ways. Not bad ways. I just don't know how. It is so hard.
Okay.
Do you ever think it's so hard to accept just how hard life is? Sometimes, like,
It's impossible.
I refuse to believe that life is this shitty.
Mm.
It just over and over again. Like, no, there must be something wrong with me. Life is so shitty.
Yeah.
There must be something wrong with me. And then you realize, oh no, life is just hard. That's kind of the bargain you make. Like, you get some nice things, but life's hard.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
I'm just playing with
It
you,
is how it
Frank.
goes.
Put that in my nose.
Let me smell that. What does that smell like?
Like it high.
You can't smell it from there.
No, I can smell it from here.
The wind. He's
Smells
kind of
disgusting.
opposite wind. What's the opposite of downwind?
Downwind.
Prob-
Downwind.
No, probably upwind.
No, he's not downwind.
Well, it depends. Is the wind going north?
Wind
If you're
is going,
upwind of something, that means the wind's going
Oh,
down.
yeah,
probably
downwind.
the wind is going opposite of him. What's that? That's not downwind.
opposite wind.
Yeah, downwind would.
Downwind
probably
is
be-
like it's blowing right.
You're
towards
downwind.
him.
You're like,
Wait.
thank God.
I'm
downwind.
diagonal wind. If the wind's
Opposite
going that
wind.
way, I'm diagonal wind.
I'm
Hey.
opposite wind. Yeah, give that a sniff. This is a white.
What is this? A white?
Well, that's what I was
the
going to say
dragon's milk
earlier.
had to be white.
You would assume that milk is white,
I
and
don't
even
wanna-
from
I
a
don't-
dragon.
I don't
It's-
want
it's
to. I
called
don't want to play
white
this out
stout.
too much.
White stout.
Well, a stout is a kind of beer.
Let's see.
Right.
You're
It's
lying to us.
clear.
That's yellow.
It's not white. Yeah, it looks like beer.
That's just beer.
Sip it off the table. Okay, there's a little bit more there.
That's
Probably
as much,
still has our
that's
spittle on it
as
from
much as I
earlier.
could get without
Oh,
sucking up
Hey,
some
I
table.
thought both of you guys should know. Confirmed. Trey Sinclair listens to this podcast.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, dang.
What are some of his comments?
He
Your friends
said
are
he liked
stupid.
it.
Nice.
No, he said he liked it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually, when I came over to visit with him and play some damn Skate 3,
Tony Hawk?
well, we tried, but the disc wasn't working
Ah.
that time.
Skate 3 isn't Tony Hawk, dude. Come on.
Sometimes it works, so we settled for Skate 3, and then we did some Halo 4 campaign, and we were just like, ugh, you can't see the enemies. This shit sucks the whole time. And it was really fun, because he's a lot like me. And
Is
whatever.
that on his YouTube channel?
No. He did say, though, he wants to record more gameplay with me.
I
which
would love to have
love
Trace
to do.
here.
Trace is a very adept guy.
What did he say about the podcast?
Trace is just
He said
here.
he said he liked it. When I visited him, he was actually halfway through the latest episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was his commentary? I genuinely
He
they're
just said
probably
that he liked it. He thought it was funny, and I asked him where he was, and he was like, "Well, you just mentioned Doritos," and I go, "You're about to hear the best part of that podcast."
Buckle up.
Okay, I told Taylor a couple weeks ago, or like a week ago. That was my least favorite part of any
You
podcast
remember-
we've done.
You remember I brought up the ancient Chinese proverb. I brought
Jonathan
it up
doesn't
right
like
after that.
semantic arguments.
Just
Whatever
pointless
type of
semantic
argument it is,
arguments.
it's like it's not pointless because there's a clear end to it. There's an actual goal to that.
I don't want to get
conversation.
into a.
Well, and it's kind of fun. I don't want to get
Argument
into a
over
It is
semantic
fun.
argument over
It is
semantic
fun.
arguments. That's kind of what I said. I like them until a certain point. Like
I
they
don't
can,
like
they can
'em.
get
You
like
do have
over
to know
the
when
top,
to
but
pull
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
it, especially in this setting
It's
where
just like having too much crust on
we're
your pizza.
we're not going to
you know?
be like we're not going to leave here ever offended over a semantic argument.
That's
no,
very
exactly.
And so
if
it's
there
like
was anything
more
at
kind of
stake,
fun to like really. Yeah, there's nothing at stake. That's
no,
the
but
fun
the
part.
issue.
I think.
That's why it's not fun because there's nothing at stake in the
I think
argument.
that makes it more.
So
fun.
there's
That's not
something
fun.
at stake without confrontation.
No, if you're gonna have a confrontation, there better be something at
Because
stake.
what makes I
Don't waste your time
generally
having a
think what
confrontation.
makes
Arguing's kinda
confrontation.
just fun.
Are you
what
trying
makes-
to pull
what-
me into
what-
a confrontation?
No, I would
with
say
nothing
what
at
generally
stake?
makes confrontation like
Hey
like
man,
people
don't box
people
me in next
people
time.
people are repelled by confrontation,
Yeah.
right? I think those people are repulsed, maybe a better word. Those types of people, the reason they can't handle confrontation is because there's stakes. Somebody is walking away from the conversation, the loser.
Oh no, I don't feel that way. There was no obvious winner or loser in that.
I think there was a right
no,
answer.
I was.
There was a right
Here's
answer, but the
well,
conversation
here's the thing about
wasn't approached
most
in
of
that
our
way.
semantic arguments is that it turns out that if either of us had understood the first sentence we posited, that we would actually find at least some
That's
kind
true.
of
It's a lot of
agreement. It would
misunderstanding.
be like, okay, actually, I do understand the idea that they just rebranded Doritos
Yeah.
and called it a new flavor.
Exactly.
But then also, it's like, well, it wasn't the original Dorito.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you both had
Yeah.
a right.
You're
point.
both
That's
right.
the thing
20
is,
minutes
it
later,
seems like
you
so
realize.
avoidable.
But
like
the
you,
thing is,
you
I
don't have
like-
to have this
But I
conversation.
like the journey.
I
It's
do
not about the
too. I do
destination.
too.
I like that journey.
Yeah, I like it.
Sometimes
So,
it's about
uh,
the destination, but
What do
usually
we what do we
I just-
disagree on?
I don't know actually.
I
sure
disagree
we
on
disagree
anything.
on
It
things.
stresses me out. I don't like it. I don't
No,
like-
it's just kind of
I
fun.
don't feel like
Whether
I don't
it's
feel
fun
like
or
you're
not.
a
Well, there's no
naturally
stress about
agreeable-
it. there's no stress about it. That's the fun
about
part.
about confrontation.
Well, just about like stupid
with, like,
arguments.
friends.
I don't
Yes.
think I'm a
Yes, there's
natural.
no
There's no
real.
stress.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like WWE. It's like or like playing UFC on the PlayStation. Yeah, nobody's
Right.
gonna get hurt.
Nobody's
It's
actually
just
getting punched
kind
in the face.
Right. It's just about the struggle of it. I don't know. It's kind of fun. You get an adrenaline
Sure,
rush,
yeah.
whatever.
That's
You get an
kinda how I
adrenaline
feel,
rush
yeah.
from arguing over
little.
Doritos.
Yeah, a little.
yeah,
weird.
Because your
yeah.
voice kind of goes high like this.
Exactly.
You're
But
coming
the-
at each
but
other.
listen, the only
you become
reason
more
your voice
genuine raw self.
No, because
as
the
you
only
get into
reason
the
your
argument.
voice goes high is because his voice went a little bit higher than it was, and then your voice went a little bit higher than it was. And then you couldn't hear yourself over the other person, so you talked a little bit louder. That's the intensity of the conversation.
Well,
Summarize,
mainly-
it's like
mainly
you
my-
couldn't,
I
you
disagree.
couldn't hear yourself, and so you
No.
talked louder.
Okay, Jonathan, we're into it now.
Hey,
we're in the thick
Taylor,
of it.
Taylor, just look at what
We're
you
in
just
the
did.
dang thick
No,
of it.
stop, Jesus! Look at what you just did.
That's how I know I won the argument.
Anyway, no, I don't know. It builds, but to reduce it to just noise at the club, where it's like music at the shitty bar is pumped to the max, and it's always like Chris Brown, and it
Yeah.
sucks. But
Is your
anybody can
man
dance to it.
on the
Anybody can
floor?
dance to it at any part of the song, right?
Let me know.
And so people play it, and so it makes money.
I can't dance ever.
I'm just saying, fuck
Yeah,
that
you're
kind of
a white
environment.
guy.
Fuck that kind of
Exactly.
music. I hate that shit. I do not understand it. I don't even see the appeal.
Wait,
Just like yelling.
like Chris
trying
Brown?
to talk to your friends.
Yes, like a
Yeah.
shitty bar where you can't hear. I love a shitty bar where either no music is playing or some guy's playing piano softly
Yeah.
in the corner or some shit like that.
Or if
I
it's
love
a
a
Friday
shitty
night
bar-
at the drinkery and the guy's like,
no, but can you imagine?
Fall out, boy, fall out, boy, fall out, fall out, boy, fall
For
out,
10
fall out,
minutes.
boy,
DJ,
fall out,
dude, the
fall out,
DJ.
boy.
Keep
Dude,
going,
it probably goes
keep
on
going.
for 20 times.
Oh
Like,
my
I was
gosh.
like, man, this is getting like crazy how long it's been fall out, boy, fall out, fall out. And then it went on for double the time that I
love
thought.
to
That's crazy.
whenever it
Fall out,
whenever
boy,
it
fall out.
transitions into the next song too.
Yeah.
The whole idea with DJing is that you find creative and literally hype ways to transition from one other person's song to the next other person's
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
And when somebody just cannot do that for whatever reason, it's hilarious.
Actually, I have to
But-
ask Madison to send me a video. I have an
Fall
excellent
out,
example.
boy.
of
like
this.
I
Fall out.
would say
Here's
say
what
the,
it was.
the
Fall out, boy. Fall out, fall out, boy. Fall out, fall out, boy. You know, at least 10 more times, and then
Right,
we're going
he's just pushing the
downtown
button.
and Lily round.
oh my
Some
god.
Fall Out Boy. So it worked, but it was just like
It
yeah,
worked.
Saw that
It-
coming
it worked.
10 Fall Out Boys
yes,
ago.
it worked if it was twice or 3 times and you did it in rhythm.
Fall Out Boy.
If it was like fall out boy,
fall out,
and then it went
fall out.
down, you know,
Yeah.
you get it. But
Yeah.
but 10, like a
It's
minute
so
of Fall Out Boy,
long.
no.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
It was pretty
yeah,
long.
You're the
I
other.
remember the
Yes.
night.
It's
yeah.
so long.
It was so long.
That's the only thing I've
What-
ever remembered from any night at the drinkery.
What I was saying though is that to
Remember some nights
reduce
from the Brown
to-
Derby when
to
we
reduce
almost got
our-
beat
our-
up by girls.
We almost got
Girl.
laid out, dude.
to
Fat
reduce our argument about Doritos
Mhm.
to music playing at a stupid bar,
Mhm.
just so that people can get away with yelling at each other and being
Yeah.
retarded. You know, you're just not seeing the bigger picture of what it can be
No, it's
as
not
an
that I'm.
interaction. It's
No.
like playing ping pong.
No,
The best
I
is
appreciate.
yelling when
I
the
appreciate
song's
the
really loud and
interaction.
then the song ends.
But I appreciate.
I have to go to the
Okay, so
bathroom
here's the
again.
thing. Before
were
you
saying
leave,
something.
if the conversation
Yeah.
unfolded in a way that nobody's tone was ever raised.
Well, that's the fun part of
If
it.
That
if,
is
if
part
it
of the
was
fun. It's
the
no,
Jerry
if it was an-
Seinfeld part
no,
of it.
because
You
then
don't want
it's-
John
it
Cena
seems like
coming
a
off
trope.
the ropes. You
No,
don't
because
want
then
Rey
it becomes
Mysterio
a trope.
jumping from the top of the
619.
cage.
No,
you
it
know?
becomes
Yeah,
it becomes a
come on.
trope of guys arguing over
Not
things that
if
don't
you
matter.
really feel that shit.
But what
and
if
I
it's
can tell you
Yeah.
right now, I really felt that.
But
shit.
what about having
Yeah.
like an intelligent conversation? I hate that sounds
Yeah,
stupid.
you're right. Let's talk about.
Well, there's a
World
time.
about
affairs.
about Doritos.
There's a
no,
time and a
about
place for
Doritos.
both.
I'm saying,
I
what
have
if
to
you
go to the
approach the
bathroom so
Doritos
badly right
argument from a less
Gotta go to the bathroom.
emotional
I really do. I have to use the facilities.
standpoint?
The facility.
Put your mic down. I got to pee too.
Well,
Our
we-
bladder must be
Oh,
the exact
we'll
same
actually
size.
catch a monologue from Taylor.
We
Hey,
must
you
have-
know what? Maybe I'll give you a little music intro.
Hey,
That would be lovely.
That would be
Frank.
great, like a little jazzy.
Frank, for the camera, really quick.
take
How
your
big do
call
you think
here,
your
son.
bladder is?
the size of an acorn.
I
Walnut.
like to think that
Peanut.
I like to think that my penis
Almond.
is average and that my bladder is slightly smaller than my penis.
A little below average. That's good.
Smaller than average or just smaller than...
That's good. That's
So
good.
here's Taylor Knott, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. Are we?
Welcome
let's just do
welcome to happy hour of this podcast. This is Taylor Knott, and the guys are leaving. Thank goodness. Hopefully they don't come back. I like the sound of my own voice a lot better than I like the sound of their voices. So, a man walks into a Catholic church and he says, does anybody have a penguin in the parking lot? And the congregation goes, no, I don't think there's a penguin in the parking lot. So he goes back out, and a couple minutes later, he comes back into the Catholic church and he says, are we sure that nobody has a penguin in the parking lot? And they say, yeah, we're sure. Nobody has a penguin in this church parking lot. And he says, okay, well, in that case, I think I just ran over a nun. You get it. Because a nun is in black and white, typically. And a penguin is in black and white, typically, unless it's a white penguin, which I think exists. Anyway, it's about the material I had. I thought they'd be back, but I can keep going. So, there's that's it. That's actually the only joke. That's my typical go-to joke when I'm left alone, and they've left me alone irresponsibly. Because now I'm out of jokes, and it's just me talking. And I like that. I'm listening to myself. It's nice. I'm right about Doritos 100% of the time when it's just me. And, yeah, it looks like Frank's coming back. Thank goodness, to save me from myself. That's it. That's all I got. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Who are you
I'm-
saying sorry to?
The audience. Trace, mainly. I'm sorry,
Audience.
Trace.
You don't gotta say sorry for anything you did.
Yeah, Trace, you're an idiot. I'm not sorry.
You didn't do anything wrong, did you?
No, I don't think so. Just told a joke.
You tell the penguin nun joke?
Yes.
Great.
Well, I
You
tried
know
to
what
do it
you've
earlier.
done, Taylor? Do you know what you've done? Now I have to try to actually record a walking bass line to that whole part.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a man walks into a Catholic church.
It's perfect.
Catholics are the nuns, right?
The lady ones are. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because
Well-
if
well,
that
you
was
can be-
wrong,
you
you'd
can
have
be,
to leave again, and I'd have to tell. Walked into a Jewish synagogue.
You can be a Catholic lady and
Yeah,
still
you're not. Not be a nun, but
not be a nun. Yeah.
but that's that's the religion that nuns are in. It's Catholic. Do you remember when we went to it's like up on Beacon Hill? Not quite. We went to the cemetery, and
Yeah.
then we
No.
saw all those
Yeah.
old
Jesuit cemetery.
old nuns.
Oh yeah.
And there was that one nun who was like
So
pretty
old.
sure was dead.
Yeah.
It was right at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah. It was right at the
Yeah,
beginning.
it
of
was
that's
a
when
big.
we
It was a
came up-
monastery at the top of the hill, like right over there.
That's when we came up with that genius idea that we never followed through on because there was like just a random
YouTube
girl's
videos?
shoe and like ripped
Yeah.
underwear.
Yeah. Should
Yeah.
we have called the police or like crime
Hey,
watch?
dude,
or
there were so
something?
many articles of clothing over there.
Oh,
They would have been
the
sifting through
nuns-
like 30
the
crimes.
nuns got it.
They'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, so which crime
This
is
is
the
from-
underwear a part of?
Yeah, it comes
That's,
back. The DNA on the shoe and the pants and the underwear are three different
I don't know
women.
because it was like in the woods
It
next
was
to the
definitely
cemetery.
just like
It was
some
just a couple
hobos
steps
doing
out.
it, dude.
But it
Yeah,
could have been
that's
consensual.
What I thought too.
It was
That's
cracked
what I
out.
thought too.
But the idea was
Or
fun.
just
I'm like-
weird people that.
But then you
like
think about
that.
like if it is the worst case scenario, you're like it's in a Catholic cemetery. Like, ugh.
It
It's
was
a
a
hate
Jesuit.
crime.
No, even worse, it was a Jesuit cemetery.
Can you tell me what's the difference between
What is the difference?
Catholic and Jesuit?
I don't know, but I've heard some stuff about the Jesuits.
Well, there's like first Catholic
me
and
in.
second
I actually
Catholic.
don't know.
Or like first Roman or
What?
something.
You're
second
thinking
Roman?
of cousins.
You're thinking of First
No,
John.
no. There's like Catholics in Catholicism that are like, oh, that's first Roman thinking. They have like because the different
It's kind of like in
creeds of the Catholic Church have shifted over, since like 0 AD or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, later than that.
Like,
but you know what I mean?
Depending on the emperor or like
Just depending on whoever. Just depending on, whatever.
It's kind of like
it's changed.
in Christianity when they're like, that's Book of Mormon thinking.
I guess so.
No, it's not.
No, it's still like
I was making a shot at the Mormons.
it's the difference maybe between somebody's great grandfather and the great grandson. They're both Catholic, but they're like, well, I'm not gonna fucking throw gay people off of roofs or whatever. You know what I mean? They don't think they deserve to die.
You think that's what happened to Trevor Moore?
He was gay.
He threw
And the
himself off
Catholics, and the Catholics threw him off his balcony.
No, what happened was
Oh
he
my
was
God.
gay and he got saved and was like, oh.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
That's
no,
terrible.
that doesn't
That's
make
bad.
sense to me.
That's bad.
Thank you for listening to this episode of this podcast. Hope your little pansy ass could handle that shit. Till next week, bitches. That's what's up. Wop, 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 wop.